So, here's the deal. We're playing the Tileman challenge on strict, thus, we had to drop all our starting stuff. We started out with one tile, and we get another every 1,000 experience. We've already got all the tiles we need to chase this man. Well, you can't really see him, but there's a guy in a box we can chase. Oh my god, I'm feeding back myself. Okay, cool, now I'm no longer hearing myself. Uh, we chase that man wherever he walks. We also got the tiles we needed for Bob's axes, which we used to buy some equipment. We've also unlocked this tree, which is currently cut down. We're playing on a free-to-play, so we can't, for instance, pick pockets like you might have seen elsewhere. One tree is very little experience per minute, so we'll lose some man hacking until we can get a couple trees. After that, we'll get that willow tree north of the tree there, and that'll explode our experience. So, let's get started. And my cat says, meow, let's get started. Yes, Willow, I hear you. I already fed you. Yes, well, I already fed you. I don't know what you're on about. Will you open the door, please? The man is already in the box. Perfect. We don't need to... Oh, well, we are really bad at tile, man. Also, we just lost the bones because we're stupid. And by we're stupid, I mean me. You are perfectly smart, viewer. I am just, not very good at this. Who opened my fucking door? I may change servers. Oh, I actually got a bit of damage. So I'm not 100% sure this is the optimal way to play, specifically the battle axe. We might have been better off with the dagger. The reason why is a little bit counterintuitive. While the battle axe certainly does more damage, the dagger is faster, significantly so. I did some reading on this, and the dagger is like half again as fast. So I don't know. The dagger might have been better. I don't really care that much. I'm not going to optimize for the maximum number of experience per minute. By which I mean I have literally done a little bit of math, which is why we're going for the second tree before we start getting woodcutting experience, because the total tiles per hour without the second tree is for fuck's sake, is pathetic. So that's why we're doing it this way. We're no longer collecting copper ore, so the copper ore bit is done. Also, I want everybody to marvel at my hat. My hat. I have a hat. I have a hat. This is my hat. It's as good as any party hat. Any Azure RS3 Santa hat. As good as any RS3 monetization hat. And until then, for some reason I'm looking down again. I don't know why this happens. I'll be just like, hold on. Cool. Now we're looking up slightly, which is fine. I don't know why down is the natural direction, but it is always down. Whatever. Oh, I need to... Sorry, you can see the buttons there from... Whew, unprofessional. 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 Wow, this is why we don't have mocap money. Isn't that right, chat? Joke's really funny because there's nobody in chat yet. There probably will be later in the stream, statistically, but like, at the beginning of the stream, nobody's watching yet. For now, we get to Man Axe again. He's dead. Did he drop anything good? 10 coins. And some bones. The coins are like not nothing. We will need coins later on. It'll be a while till we can get anything super good for coins, I don't think. We've got the money for a lot of things we need. I want to be able to buy runes at some point. Because that's going to be, especially because we're playing F2P, a lot of runes we can't make. Nature runes are going to be out. I don't know, we may have to get those as a drop, honestly. Because there may be no way for us to get that. I don't know. I actually don't know. I did some research earlier, but I don't remember any of what I researched. So, I'm a A+ streamer. I put in like an hour of research time when I was bored at work. And then, I forgot all of it. Head empty. Stupid. No, actually, I'm very smart. I promise. It's just, you can never see it on stream because, stream steals all your brain cells. Stream is the demon that eats your brain. The streamin'. My brain has been eaten by the streamin'. That sounds like a piss kink thing, doesn't it? Can't say that shit. I gotta stop saying things. I can't believe I just go on the internet and talk, and I say things like that. And we're gonna have like 5 tiles just hitting this man in the face a bunch. And then eventually we'll be able to stop hitting the man in the face and cut down 2 trees repeatedly instead, which is going to be much better content. We're going to be playing good OSRS at that point. Everybody's going to watch and go, wow, Material Active is the best streamer who does the most interesting things. And I'm going to be like, I am the most interesting streamer, and I do the best things. Thank you for noticing. And then I'll, I don't know, do the dance emote, the spin emote. Spin, spin, spin. Do a jig. Okay, we can't do a jig in combat, which is probably fair. I wouldn't want to pay to animate jig combat either. But there's dance. Why am I stupid? Dance is literally right there. Bury the bones. And then we do a headbang. We don't do it in real life, because both it would throw off my camera, and also I would cause myself a headache, because I haven't been able to do that since I was like 16 without hurting myself, and I don't understand people who can. Like, sometimes it's like, oh, I'm old, but like, that when I was 16 when I lost the ability to do without pain. Now it would hurt my neck, as well as like causing my head to feel like I gave myself a TBI, but back then it was just that it would hurt my head. Now it's also my neck because, you know, I'm old. And by old, I mean I am the ripe old age of below the median age in the United States. Significantly. Well, not significantly, just like, I don't know, it depends on how significantly is. I think the right median age is like, what, 38? And I am 30, so there you go. Of course, I think I'm supposed to be like, oh, no, I'm turning 21 for the 9th time. That's what all the cis women I know are like, and I do not understand. Being old is great. You know what being 16 was like? It was awful. And I was kind of a terrible person when I was 20. I think everybody's kind of a terrible person when they're 21. Have you met a 21-year-old? Yeah, no. Anybody who doesn't think they were a bad person at 21 is either a saint or wrong, and probably dangerously so. I'm not sure. I think if somebody told me they were like the best person in the world at 21, I'd be like, I don't know if I want to be friends with you anymore. You're dangerous. I think you're incapable of self-criticism. But, you know, I've also recently had traumatic experiences with people incapable of self-criticism, so, you know, take that as you will. Unlike me, I'm perfect and very good at self-criticism. I have never described myself as defensive in my life. No one has ever called me that. Anyway, my favorite anime is probably Steins Gate, which is totally unrelated to the previous topic because I am pointedly changing the subject loudly. That's how jokes work. You explain them and then they're funny. That's called stand up, sit down. And I stole it from my wife. That and mocap money are the bits for this stream. And of course, manhack. Manhack, man kill, mansplain. I almost made the first 2 words of the title man hacker, but then I was like, well, no, that might make someone read me as like a trans man who was like engaged in biohacking, which is based, but not what we're doing on the stream. There are no trans men, and there is no biohacking. Well, there's kind of biohacking. Like, all estrogen is biohacking, and all HRT is biohacking. It's just kind of boring biohacking. It's sort of mundane biohacking. That and, like, fillings are biohacking when you think about it. Like, my teeth being, like, vaguely, like, doable, that's biohacking. The fact that I'm still alive, despite being born in terrible health, biohacking. Look, we're all biohackers. The Pope may not like it, but we're all nuclear weapons now. Nobody's watching some incredible jokes right now. I'm just like nailing it here. Good bit after good bit. Can't see my hands because there's no mocap money, but I'm like snapping and punching myself in the hand, which is very funny. Well, we did 4 damage. We get more coins. I mean, to be fair, whoever is watching this, whoever is watching the VOD, and last time there were like 100 of you, you do have to put up with the fact that it's just me killing a man over and over again, which, I mean, to be fair, it is titled Trans VTuber Plays Strict Tileman. Like, the tin does say what I'm doing, and there's not many other ways that can go. It's just a lot of man punching. I think this might be pretty close to optimal, and also, I'm punching a man repeatedly. I might cut down a tree for a while just to do something else. Also, I can hear the grandfather clock ever so subtly, and it is driving me insane. Because it is just below my audible range, and so it's just a little bit annoying, and just a little bit like, I can't tell if it's real or not. And so it's like, I don't know, it makes me feel like I'm hallucinating every time I hear this. It just drives me insane. Anyway, I hope you can hear it, so it can drive you insane too, viewer. It's probably quieter on your end, because I think I have the game audio downmixed a little bit. Which is kind of weird, because I've got the game audio downmixed in 2 separate places as a result, but I don't know. We get more bones. We bury more bones. Hey, we have a tile! I'm not going to spend the tile yet, though. I'm actually going to spend the tile, otherwise I'm going to miss it. If I don't spend the tile on purpose, I will spend the tile on accident. I may spend the tile on accident anyway, clicking on that rat and chasing it down by accident, but, you know. We have to live as if such things are not going to happen to us. And I'm going to cut down the tree like 4 or 5 times, just because, like, otherwise I'm going to feel like I'm going insane. Plus, I want to get some woodcutting experience, actually, just because it's not that far to that tree, and we're going to get, like 13, getting to level 30, I think. So, I should cut down some of the trees for some of this experience. I don't know. I did calculations earlier on how many tiles it would be, and then I forgot them, promptly. Because that's what you do. Let me teach you how to stream. First, forget everything you know. Second, cut down trees. Third, ... Fourth, profit. No, actually, no, you don't profit. You spend a bunch of money on a microphone. What did you do? To be fair, it's a nice microphone. Well, it's a fine microphone. It's a workhorse. It's a workhorse. The Blue Yeti is a workhorse. And I've also done the work to make it a fine microphone, because it's not that much work. Alright. Yeah, that's right. This is really, really slow and boring. That's why I don't do this. Right. I'm gonna get to level 7, though. Just cuz. Tick, 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 tick. At least not the grandfather clock. So where are the combat tutors? Can I see them? I can see the melee combat tutor. I can't see the others. So after we get the willow, we're gonna go by the tutors. Because if we can get the bow, then we can, we have 182 arrows here, which means we can shoot quite a ways away. At some point, I'm gonna use Lumbertome Teleport once I have like 10 tiles, just to make sure I can see if I can get to, back, like, connecting my spot to Lumbertome Teleport. The reason for that is that I want the ability to use that once I take this canoe up north to a bunch of different places, but eventually, I want to take it to, like, to Barbarian Village, because Barbarian Village has a number of things I want to do in it. First, it's got the Barbarians, which are actually kind of good. And second, it's got a bunch of crafting stuff. And third, it's got the dungeon. I think the dungeon's worth it, to be honest. But I do kind of want to be able to kill Ankus, because that sounds like fun. Hey, it would get me 7. We're tough. But that's going to be way too many tiles. Oh, ah! Well, glad I spent that tile already. I clicked on one of my tiles, and I landed somewhere outside my tiles, because... Oh, somebody's stolen my man. Somebody's stolen my man. Huh. Yeah, I'm changing worlds. Oh, no, you're out of my box now. Cool. Well, no, you're not a Tileman, because you're, I was like, is just a girl a Tileman? But no, she is not, because, she's not an Iron Man. So if she is a Tileman, she's a cheater. Only real Iron Man on this stream. That's not true. I almost want. If it weren't for the fact that HCIM was locked behind hardcore, I probably wouldn't be on Iron Man either, just because it sounds like fun to be able to use GE. And also I said so. No, it's fine. I actually don't mind being Iron Man. It's fun, and it sort of means that I'm good and skilled and doing interesting things. I'm gonna hit this man again. Man slash, man hack. Man splatter. Well, that makes it sound way more violent. Man splatter. Anyway, this guy's gonna die. Eventually. But maybe not for a while, because he's tough. He's a tough man who don't need no man. Because, I don't know. There's actually no way to finish that joke that doesn't come across as, like, mildly homophobic, actually. Just because I'm killing him. Like, otherwise I could tell all sorts of funny jokes that would, like, invert the expectation that he was straight in a fascinating way. But I'm murdering him, so even if I do that, it's still homophobic. Life sucks. God, I gotta stop murdering people. Hey, Facebook, please stop notifying me. Particularly of that. Sorry, Facebook figured out how to sneak its way into notifications, and I'm real mad about it. Because it is, of course, telling me about all the things I don't really want to know about. Well, such is life. Oh, hold on. Do I have my chat on right? No, I don't. Well, now chat's on right. Oh, cool. And there's a man again. Now I can actually see chats, which... Oops. You gotta have chat on live chat, otherwise you don't see any chats. I don't know why top chat is even a thing. It's a terrible system. Why would anybody not want to see their whole chat? I want to see when somebody tells me that I suck and that I should unalive. That's very funny. And by it's very funny, I mean I crying myself to sleep about it. You don't understand. I am so very, very, very... I mean, worst parties I kind of do, you know? Like, not really, but a little bit. A little bit. Anyway, keep hacking men. It's hacking men. I'm actually down to 23 health here, which is just bonkers to me. Like, I've been actually, like, building up damage as the stream has gone on, to the point where I'm, like, actually not doing super hot, which is kind of funny. Anyway, we need, like, probably, like, 5 more tiles, I think, until we can get to the, place we're going. Which is the second tree. Maybe a few more. Anyway, once we get the second tree, which is gonna be a couple hours of man punching, to be clear. Hey! I'm playing Tileman. It does say that on the tin. Once I get done with that, then I get to, we're out of our tile again. Once we get done with Tileman, oh, I forgot to pick bronze arrows. Wow, I'm a fuck up. Once we get done with Tileman, once we get done with, unlocking the second tree, we're gonna gain experience much faster on woodcutting, and once we have that woodcutting experience, we're gonna be able to cut down that willow tree. And then we're gonna get the tinderbox, and also the bow, and we're gonna be so powerful and cool. And everybody's like, wow, Material Active, you're so cool. Why does your mom let you be 60 billion% cool? And I'll be like, I'm 30 years old, my mother doesn't let me do anything, or not let me do anything. And then they'll be like, wow, you're so old. And I'll be like, yep, I'm old. I'm ancient. And I'm going to slash more men about it. When I cause a man to stop because I killed him, is that called menopause? Haha, jokes about people who are actually even older than me, but nonetheless, joke made anyway. Anyway, dumb jokes. Strength levels, we got strength level 32. Hopefully let's do a 7. I really want to do a 7 so bad. Y'all, I want to do 7 points of damage so bad. Just like, bam, and they're dead. Whoop-a-choo! Well, that's 1 damage. That's not 7 damage. I still killed him in 2 hits. Not bad. Oh, hey, cabbage. I'm actually going to eat the cabbage. I've actually taken enough damage that I'm going to eat the cabbage. I'm not going to use the logs on the cabbage. I'm going to eat the cabbage. There we go. Thank you, RuneScape. Thank you, RuneScape. Really appreciate that. I appreciate your hard work, RuneScape. You are truly an inspiration to the working class. Hey, more coins. More bones. We take a step back. We wait for more man kill. Can I get man kill? Man kill, please? It's actually a longer respawn time than I think it is every time. When I actually just sit there and watch it and don't try to do bits over it. I'm always like, wow, it's gonna be like 2 seconds. It's like 15 seconds. It's actually a fair bit of time. Anyway, this guy's got 7 health, and we've killed him in... Oh, 4 hits. Wow. Wow, today I'm like, I wish I had the... 5. It's gonna be a 0 next. Oh, no, we killed him. There we go. 5 hits, so 12 seconds. Because it's 6 ticks at 0.6 seconds. I'm bad at math. That's 3.6 seconds. So that's actually 3.6 times 6 is 18 plus 21.6 seconds. Wow, I did math on stream and I didn't fuck it up. I feel like a true, like, mathematician. I did basic math on stream. You get more arrows? 200 arrows. One of the reasons I want the combat tube is I want to use those 200 arrows. I mean, literally, that's actually the only reason I want combat. Well, I also want the air runes. I kind of want the air runes pretty bad, actually. Just because, like, that opens all of the, like, magic tree to me. And by tree, I do mean it's line. It's not a tree. It's like not really a tree in RS3. I mean, it kind of is even in RS1, actually, or in RS2 because of lunar spells and whatever. But because we're playing on free-to-play, that's not really an option for us anyway, so, eh. We have currently 6 logs in our inventory, none of which we should be carrying with us because we're not going to the general store for quite some time, and we don't get the tinderbox till we get to the general store. That is, unfortunately, the cost of doing business. It's kind of sad we don't have the tinderbox, because the tinderbox more than doubles the experience output of the player when they're cutting down trees. Like, it goes, like, one tree goes from being, like, comically slow to being, like, not quite as fast as our current experience level, such maybe slightly faster than our current, like, man kill levels. It's huge. It's a huge difference, but we don't get that because we have to get to the general store first. Now, I'm sorry, Freaky Four. I'll talk to you. You'll probably try to teleport me. I'm sorry. I'd love to help you with your stupid pheasants, but unfortunately, I have to bury these bones instead because I don't have any tiles. And by stupid pheasants, I'm sure they're very interesting. I'm sure they're very smart pheasants. I'm sure the pheasants are in the top. I am so good at killing the man now. 32 strength. I feel like the hero of the man-killing people. I don't know. I am truly the arch serial killer of Gillinor. I love being the arch serial killer of Gillinor. It's, I'm sure I'm mispronouncing it. Is it Glynor? I don't know. It's a cool fantasy name that I can never remember because it doesn't look like a word. But this guy's bones do look like free experience. I picked up the log again, which means to be 5 minutes till it despawns. Anyway, welcome back, Polly. It's good to see you again. Hi. We gotta kill this man again, and we'll have another tile, which means we'll get a little bit closer to crossing the great gap between the 2 trees. So I'm man-killing for a while because I did the math, and I get like 1.8 tiles per hour just cutting down the tree. Even assuming that I don't spend a lot of time cutting down the tree. So, like, the plan right now is broadly to man-kill until I the plan for now is to kill the man until I have 2 trees, just because, like, at that point it's like 3.6 tiles per hour, and that's not like nothing. It's not a lot, but, like, it's not nothing. And of course we're gonna get the tree every time we go by, just for the 25 experience. My read is that I can walk this plant, but I don't remember. Hi? I am an Iron Man. Why are you talking to me? Maybe you're a fan of my stream? Um, I was gonna say I am on Iron Man. Yeah, maybe. I mean, our RuneScape players are sometimes just like sometimes they'll just give you shit when you have like no stats. I'll admit that even if I weren't playing on Iron Man, I probably wouldn't want that. Just because like it still sort of like cuts out the fun, like grindy early game. But also like, yeah, I am also an Iron Woman, so he can't give me full black. Yeah, no, it's one of those like, yeah, I seems like a nice guy. Did not notice the Iron Man, which the Iron Woman, I guess, is actually what that's called. I guess it is gendered instead of just being like, I don't know, not gendered, which is probably better. But Iron Woman also sounds kind of stupid. Like it makes like it being gendered makes Iron Man sound stupider because it makes it sound gendered. This is like when they call the city councilor a city council person, and it's like, no, you've made it worse. You've made it worse. Actually, that's different entirely. I don't know. I kind of hate city council person. It's what my city calls city councilors, and it's like the word is city councilor. It's not that's not gendered. It's just city councilor. Yeah, I know people call themselves councilmen, but it's just a councilor. Why are we doing this? Sorry, I just happens regularly on my city's city council, and it drives me insane. Oh, please don't open the door. You're gonna let my man out. You're gonna let my man out if you open the door. We can't have my man getting out. Wait, when I close the door, it means thank. The worst part is they open the door, they look at me killing the man, and then they walk away. What? Why? What are we doing? Why are you doing this? Yeah. No, that one drives me a little bit insane every time I hear it, just 'cause it's like, city councilor. It's just a counselor. Why are we doing this? Why are we doing this? Okay. I don't know. What I do know is that I am man killing again. We are about 40%, 30% of the way to the next tile. Our tile heroics continue. I do like that the men have Santa hats, although it does imply that all the men here are fantastically wealthy, and all the players are just like the really really poor poor scrubs. It's like the opposite of RS3, where they're all like, "Oh, you're the world guardian. Oh, you're so important." In OSRS, they're just like, "Yeah, you're the poor scrub who doesn't have a Santa hat. You're the loser who doesn't have a Santa hat, OSRS player." And you're like, "It's true. I'm the loser who doesn't have a Santa hat. Even the level 2s have a Santa hat, but I don't. I would have to pay 60 million gold for that." Well, I mean, I can't even pay 60 million gold for that. As Guthic's old god wants to remind you, I am, unfortunately, unable to accept gifts, unable to accept trades. It would be cool to have a full set of black armor on my Iron Man, on my Tile Man. But I don't think I'm ever getting that. Partly because I think I'm gonna be able to make my own adamantine armor and like wear it by the time that would be relevant. Although I am currently, maxing my. I'm currently strength maxing, hack maxing, haxing, lead hacksaw. I'm a lead hacksaw with my battle axe. Yeah, I hack into the men. I convince the men to give me their gold. I convinced them by hacking. It's social engineering with a battle axe. Gothic Soul Goddess found someone else to give the black armor to. Good for them. Good for them. That's very funny to me. Just you found somebody else to give the black armor to. I hope they find good use for it. My chat log is just a wall of bury the bones, bury the bones, bury the bones. With an occasional guy being like, hey, you want black armor? And I'm like, oh, you can't right-click yourself in this. Shame. But I can left-click the man. I'm gonna make a RuneScape protest album titled Left-Click the Man. Gonna have such songs on it like, Gothic Sleeps, We Wake. And, I Am the Santa Hatless Class. Gothic Sleeps, We Wake is like a vaguely good title, and then like I Am the Santa Hatless Class is like, I don't know, sounds like an actual folk punk title. Paren, it sucks. Of course, the secret is that once it's good, it's not folk punk. So you know, we're nailing folk punk there. And we're also waiting on the man to come back. I'm running back and forth because even my RuneScape 3 characters are incapable of sitting still. I obviously have ADHD even when I'm a RuneScape character. Man is back, and he gets hacked. He's been chopped. He has lost the game show. Lost the game show as a euphemism for dying. That's an interesting one. I kind of like that. Of course, this makes me. Oh no! I'm so sorry. I've got to bring the Internet of Old back. I have lost the game. I can't believe it. I lost the game on a live stream. I've been told that I've won the game, but I think that's like maybe the least interesting hack. I think being like the game is stupid is better than the you've won the game thing. I understand that for some people like rules can be sticky in ways that was super helpful for. But I unfortunately am not one of those people. Yeah, I'm sorry, Polly. The game lives in my psyche and does not leave me alone. It's really embarrassing to like remember the existence of the game on a live stream. And I've heard like half this conversation just excuse me and then that's a better manga. Oh, Manga Room is the person's name. Okay. Shame. Or, that makes sense. I don't know. This is what I get for streaming after work. I just say things like, shame, randomly. It's not even a bad job, I'm just tired. This user's name is Bryson Stinks. So there's two possibilities. Either this person's name is Bryson, in which case, it's a self-deprecating bit that's kind of funny, but not very funny. Or they are insulting another person who will see their RuneScape name, which is either petty or incredibly funny. I like the idea of being close enough to somebody that you name yourself after the fact that you think that they stink. Like, I don't think I would do that for my best friend. Like, there's a deep energy coming off of this decision that I love and respect, and I want nothing but the best for Bryson Stinks, if and only if Bryson Stinks is named after one of their friends. If Bryson Stinks is themselves, whatever, Bryson. You're kind of funny. You get a 3 out of 10. But only like a 3. It's not very funny. It's just kind of funny, you know? Eh, it's kind of funny. I'll admit, there's lore. Yeah, well, really, when you think about it, there's lore behind everything, right? The lore behind Material Active is RuneScape suggested a name when I was making a second account on Reddit, for reasons that. But you know, everything has lore behind it. There's surely lore behind Guthic's Old God as a username, although that username, the lore is just you have played RuneScape before and think Guthix is a cool name, which, I mean, you're not wrong. Guthix is like the RuneScape team nailed that one. Like lots of bad decisions in the original RuneScape decision making, and there were some, right? Like, the bed idea, dumb. I'm sorry, dumb. But Guthix, A plus, A plus, a good name. You know, I love that name. Oh, he's got more than one set of armor. All right, I'm walking here, carefully not accidentally spending my tile. Walk diagonally here. There's actually another trappable man in here. The first time I did this playthrough, I went there. But I'm not doing that this time. I'm going the other way. I'm really protective of my tree. I'm always like, oh, please don't take my tree from me. Which is very silly because it's just a tree. But really, at the end of the day, all trees are just trees. But some of them are very special to us. For instance, there's a tree on a street near the college I went to that provides apples and was the only good thing about that house that the scummiest landlord I've ever had rented out to us. But that tree was nice because it had fresh apples, and it's very important to me, and it's also probably... I don't know if it's still there. Because, again, it was the worst landlord I've ever had. What was I thinking about? Oh, I'm looking down a little bit. Okay. Hold on. I gotta make sure my camera's right. Oh, now it's fine. Of course. Whatever. That tree is very important to me. What was I thinking about that tree? Oh, that house. I was gonna complain about that house. I lived in a place when I was in college where it had very clearly been built like 60 years ago, and the thing about the city I went to college in is that it, like many towns in the Pacific Northwest, had many tunnels underneath it, and they had sort of slowly sunk over the years, and so that house lacked such things as right angles because everything had sunk a different amount. And so nothing could be the actual verticality of any given thing or horizontality of a given thing had shifted over the 60 years that house had lived. So it was a great example of obtuse and acute angles. It was a formative experience for me. When I think about mediocre housing and also the biggest bedroom I've ever had because somebody cut the common room in half to get a bigger bedroom out of it. I think about that apartment. Also, it had a room we called the spider room because it entered with a crawl space and it opened up into a room, and we never went in there because it was the spider's room. And also none of us wanted to crawl in there. I think about the spider room all the time. That's not true. I think of the spider every time I think about that building, which is not that often, thankfully. Eh, I got... I... I don't know the way it's supposed to be pronounced. I've always pronounced it Guthix, but... I'm gonna be honest, I try to let my prescriptivist impulses go because they are counter-revolutionary of me or something. I don't know. In all seriousness, I don't know. Guthix is fine. I don't think it's got quite the edge that pronouncing the G the other way has. Yeah, no, I mean it's a fantasy name. There's no correct pronunciation. I guess there's a community of pronouncers, and they generally pronounce it Gothics, I think, but I've never heard it, like, said by another human being, I don't think. I'm sure I've heard it pronounced in some YouTube video or something, but I'm gonna be honest, I don't play RuneScape socially that often, except when I stream, just because, I mean, generally, if I'm not streaming, I'm playing games solo, because I prefer... Either it's a social endeavor, paren, I am making a thing, or it's an antisocial endeavor, paren, I am recovering from being in front of you. Why do you keep opening my door? Oh, actually, you're in this building. Okay, Green Sharpie. You're fine. You're fine. Green Sharpie is fine. This isn't the weirdo who walked up to the door, opened it, and then decided to walk away without closing the door. There's nothing there. There's nothing on the bookshelf. Thank you. Okay. Can you close the door? Thank you. The problem is the man can walk out if the door is open, which is why I'm, like, so annoyed by this behavior. Because it could theoretically, like, stun lock me for quite some time. And that's why I'm so very insistent on the door getting closed. I got punched again. But the man is dead. We're not that far off of... You can see my tiles past the edge there, which I think is kind of fun. I keep forgetting to mess with the settings while my stream is off. I want the tiles to show up on the mini-map, because I think that's really cool, but that would take, like, a few seconds. And it looks really bad when I open the RuneLight menu while I'm streaming, because it causes the whole window to just flash, which I think is, like, both potentially a seizure risk, low risk, and low risk, and also, like, really ugly. Huh. What's a Shopman account? Also, I haven't played Leagues just because, I don't know. I fell into the Tileman rabbit hole before I fell into the, before Leagues came out, or I probably would have gotten super into Leagues. It looks like it's fun and weird. And I love fun and weird. Oh, interesting. So you can, like, only get things by trading with people? Because that's fascinating. Or is it just the... I don't know. Oh, I see. I see. I have failed to read tone in text. You can't really see it because I don't remember where my hotkey is for it. But I gave a little grin there. Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, I don't know. I kind of get it. Like, particularly for OSRS, which is a little bit more difficult. I think that Tileman plays a good, like, not Tileman. Iron Man Mate plays a good like a good amplification of what makes OSRS OSRS. For RS3, I want to trade for 1 billion gold. I want to have 1 billion gold. I can have 1 billion gold. I'm so rich. For, I don't know, a title for 54 million gold. Nobody actually bought my title for 54 titles for 50 more, but for 54 million gold. So, you know, take that as you will. But theoretically, that's its value. Of course, I also have, like, a bunch of Elder Rune 3 suits on the RS3 Grand Exchange right now, because high-level items have, like, a volume of 0. And now we get to wait for the man to come back. Ah, he spawned outside my radius. close to another tile, which I'm very excited about. We're getting pretty close to that second tree. I think we'll get that second tree today. I don't think we're going to get the willow today. I don't think that's going to happen, which is fine. Like, taking a couple streams to get to the willow, perfectly okay. Ah, 6. So close to 7. I want to do 7 damage so bad. I want to do 7 damage so bad it makes me look stupid. I want to do 7 damage so bad it makes me look stupid. But unfortunately, 7 damage is not in my future, or at least in my present. Technically, it's slightly faster if I can kill the guy in one hit, so that's why I want it so bad. But unfortunately, that's gonna be a while. It's not that big a deal anyway. Like, the total amount of time I spend waiting for the guy is way longer than the total amount of time I spend, like, killing him. Even on times where I take, like, 4 hits. That actually might not be true. 4 hits might be faster to kill him with, I don't know, I haven't calculated it. By which I mean I have calculated it, I've just forgotten what the numbers turned out to be. You know, as you do. 32 strength is pretty obscene for somebody who hasn't left Lumbridge. And it's gonna be a while till I leave Lumbridge. Although we're probably gonna stop man punching in not that long. It's gonna be quite a while till we return to increasing our strength. In like not that many tiles. Anyway, I need to actually spend this tile before I accidentally spend it somewhere stupid. I do kind of enjoy having just truly obscene stats for somebody who is where I am in terms of progression. All right, looks like we need 1, 2, 3 more tiles, which is not bad. That's 3,000 more experience. It's about an hour at most, and then we'll be back to man punching, or we're back to tree cutting. And then our aim is to go probably. Hold on, is this? I think you can go there. So I think 2 tiles that way. Or 1 tile that way, then there, then that. Well, actually, no, we want to go that way. That's right, because that over there, the water ends closer than you think it does. So we'll go along that way. Or rather this way. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, it's about 7 tiles. Which is why we're cutting down the tree every time we can. Is we're gonna have more. We're gonna get to the tree before we're able to cut it down. So I'm optimizing for more experience, if you will. I do like this Santa Claus Gothic Soul God. Oh, I'm also gotta say, Gothic says new players to RuneScape, but like, are there any new players playing on OSRS? Kind of feels like most of them are going to be on RS3, just because like they're going to land in RS3 eventually, right? But like, you got to play OSRS at least to start with for nostalgia, right? Right? Can't just be me, right? I don't know. I also don't think I am. To me, the idea of somebody being new to RuneScape is truly fascinating, because RuneScape is to me the oldest thing I've done. Like I have played RuneScape since before I was legally allowed to, and again, I am no spring chicken. Well, yeah, no, if life is divided into 4 phases, I am not in spring. I like that, I like that. Hello, person with a cool text on your username. The chop run us over. It's nice to meet you. We are currently gathering experience to buy more tiles, and I need to fix my my avatar because she's leaning over conspiratorially still when she's not supposed to be. Cool. Avatar fixed. We got 2 logs and an earth talisman, 3 logs and an earth talisman, which all of which I should drop because I am never going to get to that earth rune. By the time that I do, it's going to be very late. I'm gonna pick up these coins, this bone. The man tried to escape, but he cannot escape. But as in any Pokemon battle, he cannot escape. Right now, let me go. Oh, we got combat level 31 and strength 33. I'm hoping that strength 33 lets us finally do the damage we were trying to do. I admit to being dubious, but it could happen. It could finally be time. I do appreciate the idea of, the thing is, escape would be unacceptable. Look, they must fall victim to my serial killer ways. Also, you say Guthic's old god is trying to get rid of DNA. Mithril is still, is his best. Which is what we're using right now. Because, yeah. I think it's somebody sells an battle axe, but it's not Bob. And it might not be anybody in free-to-play. I actually don't know for certain. I did look at that, but again, the stream demon ate my brain, so I don't remember. 3 coins I just can't get. They taunt me. They taunt me. They mock me. They mock me and taunt me. I am visibly mocked. I am turning into a corn cob. These 3 coins have turned me into a corn cob. I appreciate the coins for their hard work in turning me into a corn cob. Truly, they have spared Glynor, another serial killer. I'm just gonna make a short that's just all the ways I've mispronounced that word once I learn how it's pronounced. It's my new aim. Just me butchering that word. Ooh, I could also make a short of me just, like, unlocking a bunch of tiles. Called, like, Satisfying Iron Man, or Satisfying Tile Woman Challenge. There we go. Actually, that's not a bad idea. I like that. I can do that, like, every 20 or 30 tiles, even. Think about it. It's renewable content. I've got a content farm. And all it takes is me slashing a man like 100 times. Yeah, I have no idea. I like Glynor. I think it sounds good, but I think it's actually not how it's spelled. I think it's spelled Gillinor. But consider, Glynor sounds awesome, and Gillinor sounds dumb. And in this house, we believe in the rule of cool. In this house, we believe in the rule of cool, in committing to the bit, in I don't know. I got like 2 bits for this bit. Apparently, we believe in not committing to the bit. And now I'm looking down my nose. VC face, why am I looking down my nose? Alright, well now I'm not looking down my nose anymore, so that should solve that. Glynor! Oh, that's cool. Or Glynor. Glynor, okay. Right, I know how to do emphasis. That actually Glynor sounds pretty cool. Yelinor. Yee. I think it's just a rule of cool thing, or a joke about how we can mispronounce the letter G. Personally, I think we should pronounce it like the G in GIF. We can call it Julinor, Julinor. Oh wait, that's literally Julinor, Julinor. Like the G in. Well, the problem is that if I pronounce the G in GIF, at least that's actually how I pronounce it. Like the G in Yelenor, I'm left with Yif, which, unfortunate. Also, I am once again not beating the cat girl allegations. Cat girl serial killer man hacks for tiles. This part, E3 lock, is on one hand has stolen my woman, and on the other hand, no, that doesn't work. I was gonna say wasn't using her, but like that's not what I wanted to say. Also, yeah, no, it is the best way of getting out of the GIF versus GIF argument is just assert that it's pronounced GIF, and then people stop having the argument. I did debate in college, and so I have learned a number of ways of not having a discussion. It didn't make me a better speaker, I don't think, unless I'm talking really fast. But it did make me really good at getting out of having the same conversation for the fifth time. Because I swear, if you people start tiger versus squid argument again in this airport. Anyway. The squid, by the way. The three giant squid beat the tiger every time. I don't. They're giant squid. What? It's the only reason why anyone would believe otherwise is they don't know how big a giant squid is. There's a right answer. Well, okay, so to be fair, unless the giant squid is like on land, in which case the tiger wins. But that's also not how literally any argument works. Why would they be on land? How would the giant squid get on land? Did somebody pick them up with a crane? I want to see squid cranes. Well, I don't because it's animal cruelty. So I don't want to see a crane pick up giant squid. But like, if it were not for the animal cruelty that it would inevitably involve, I want to see a crane pick up a giant squid. Oh, no. Oh, I spent the tile. And now I'm off my tile anyway. Wow. I think I get 8 damage to that woman. Yeah. 3 bears, 5 gorillas, 10 crocs, or 10,000 rats. I think that one comes down to how well coordinated the rats are. Like, if they're well coordinated, the rats win. Just like 10,000 is a lot. Otherwise, I think the 5 gorillas win. Just because, like, a gorilla is, like, really big. And, like, I guess, like, depends what kind of bear they are, right? Like, I think a grizzly bear might, 3 grizzly bears might win against 5 gorillas. But I think 3 black bears, the gorillas are going to win every time. The crocodiles are well, it's not so much about a matter of bloodlust, but coordination, right? Like if the rats come at you like as like a single pack, they probably win, right? Because it's just like right? Like they're gonna win. It's like 1,000 rats, right? But they're gonna win. Partly because they like limit their ability to move, and they're gonna like crush something. But if they move, like, if they're, like, spread out over the course of, like, a forest, right, like, then the gorillas win. The crocodiles are... I don't know, maybe the crocodiles win. Everybody's got a case to make. I actually like that one. Everybody's got a case to make. It's good. It's got good balance. I think the 10 crocodiles are sort of this fun outside bet. I still think I guess I don't know how big a crocodile is. Right? Is the question. I don't feel. I would have to do some research. You'd have to give me my 20 minutes for prep for that, because I don't know how big a crocodile is. I'm tempted to open up another window and then like put me searching this information for this on the stream, but that would require me putting my like browser history on stream, and that seems like a good way to wind up like accidentally really revealing like a billion pieces of personal information, including like literally where I work, because I probably typed that into Google to figure out how to get there by bus in the last week. So, but consider that it would be a very funny bit for me to do that I'm not doing right now because I haven't done the prep work for it. I have the gorillas win though, or the rats. The rats, if they're well coordinated, just because 10,000's a fuck lot. And the gorillas if they're not well coordinated. Yeah, I think you're probably right. I think my concern is more a numbers thing, just like 2-1. I think the gorillas still win though. Like I think the gorillas are the big winner there. As long as those aren't like, I don't know, the weird hybrid grizzly polar bears that exist now because of global warming. If it's the weird hybrid grizzly bears, they win every fight. The growler bears. Growler bears win every fight, but I think a single growler bear could take 100 gorillas just because they are an abomination that should not exist. I'm actually not sure that growler bears are real or if somebody was just fucking with me and made them up, because I didn't do any research on them because it was one of my friends, and it's not the kind of thing that I feel obligated to know the truth about. So it's possible Pizzly bears. Thank you, Baisley. I do appreciate Pizzly bears. That's very good. That's very good. Oh yeah, right. It's not the kind of thing I feel obligated to know the truth about, so I could just be making this up. But basically, my friend asserted, and I don't, again, this was the kind of person who would just try to convince you that the Empire was right in Star Wars. This was before, the new show that everybody liked, the one that everybody liked, came out. Andor. This was before Andor came out, so there was no, like, overtone of supporting a specific set of authoritarian governments in doing so, but it was one of those friends, so it's entirely possible they just convinced me that polar bears are leaving whichever of the Antarctica or Arctica polar bears are from. Must be the Arctic because they exist in the far north. I know that Russia has polar bears. So they're leaving the Arctic and mating with grizzly bears and creating a horrifying thing that is the size of a grizzly bear, but the temperament of a polar bear. My friend might have just been lying to me. That is how things go. But you know what never lies to me? My Mithril Battle Axe. 6 damage. It's probably good that I don't have mocap tracking, because I just like swung a fake battle axe, and I think that would have looked really stupid on Maddie, actually. Looked kind of stupid on me. Huh, they're real. Wow. Well, chalk one up for my debate friends not lying to me about something, which... There's at least one of them who I will ask, did you read that on Tumblr? Whenever she says something even mildly surprising about a world event. Because she reads a lot of things on Tumblr, and generally they're not true. Sometimes they are true. Sometimes she's not making things up. Sometimes she'll tell me a thing and I'll be like, you read that on Tumblr, and she'll be like, nope, I read it on Google, and it's true. And I'll look it up and I'll be like, oh, like, I don't know, Turkey did just do that. That's stupid. But sometimes she'll try to convince me that, the thing that she tried to convince me of is true now. Back in 2016, she tried to convince me that Trump had been arrested. Which, again, It's true. It's true now. It was not true when she said it. I don't know. Had a had a friend when I was in college who would try to who would whenever anybody would listen. Yeah, it was wishful thinking. Well, that and I don't know. She's just online in the kind of way where you run into a lot of misinformation, and she's just like kind of like she's. You do have to skip the AI section on Google, yeah. What do you mean? I've been told that that the best way to make your pizza less tacky is to add glue. Basically, you telling me that the best way to fix your pizza isn't to add glue? I still think that's the best AI hallucination is glue pizzas. One of my, I guess I was with my older sister who told me about who I brainstormed ways to add glue to a pizza with. We decided that egg whites are technically a kind of glue because they get used on slides, and we're looking down again. What the heck? I don't know why VC Face keeps causing me to look down, but it does like to do that. We decided that because they used a slide glue, egg whites technically count. And so if you add egg whites to a pizza, you've added glue to it, and therefore the AI is actually right and very clever. You can probably hear my cat screaming at me to pet her. To be clear, it is 7:30. She has been fed. She got food when she was supposed to. But she is yelling at me because I am streaming, and she is joining me and talking constantly. I am talking, and therefore my little girl is talking. The cat in my picture, my profile picture, is her sister, Clover. It is Willow, who is extremely loud, and Clover, who is curled up in a ball in that picture. Probably gonna change my my avatar at some point to be Maddie, but for now, yeah, I think it's really cute when Willow does it. Because she's I don't know. Oh, well, we've left our tiles again. I don't know. Keys are really cute, and I particularly think that it's very cute when Willow does it, because... Basil, that makes a lot of sense. Yeah, Willow is the only one who's really loud. Clover and Willow both like to... I mean, they both like to do what I'm doing, right? Eventually, Clover will probably come sit in my lap and just sit with me. But that's fine when I'm Maddie, because obviously you can't see the cat. Although it'd be very funny if VC Face decided the cat was me. Now I want to convince VC Face that my cats are me. Like that would probably take a great deal of work and might well involve like buying expensive equipment. But it would be very funny to convince VC Face that I was my cat and then face track the cat. Yeah, you can't see the cat. I mean, if I were streaming right now, I would mess up my if I were streaming with my face, I would mess up my camera trying to get the cat in view. Yeah, I want a VTube model for my cat. That would be very cute. Basil, I should do that. I would have to learn how to do that, which would be probably at least 10 hours of work. But it would be very cute to have a VTube model for my cat. I do like the idea of that. Also, I want Willow to be a VTuber. Willow should be a VTuber. Willow deserves it. Ah, I bought that tile. Ah. Ah. Because I'm walking around the plant. And so that tile has spot too, which is a shame, but it's fine. I could have avoided that earlier if I'd gone north earlier, but whatever. Funny story about streaming. I used to drive people absolutely nuts when I was streaming Minecraft because I would like look around randomly and like hit spacebar constantly. And so like it's fine when you're me, right? I'm just like getting information about me. It does make it easier to get around. And that's good. Like it's not too bad. And like I did have to buy the tile, right? Like it wasn't like a mess up. Well, I mean it was, and I could have avoided it earlier. But like once I had bought the tiles I'd already bought, I had to buy that tile. There's no other way around it. But it is kind of frustrating to not get a tile closer. And also to realize that the tile I bought before was actually not a tile I could legally get to. It was just the tile thing being a little bit wonky. But it's fine. Like, you know, I gotta buy the tile. That's fine. It does mean that I'm still further from... I forgot to cut down the tree. Oh, I didn't do my 25 experience. Oh well, that's fine. I also didn't buy the tile closer, so... According to my calculations, none. Clearly this means that I'm still on track to get the things I wanted, or something. I don't know. I know that's a reference, Basil, but I'll admit that I've never played the map it's from, so... So I can't say whether you should do the 1-block jump for chicken or the 2-block jump for beef. All I know is the original Skyblock and then like a whole bunch of like random like mod packs. I might actually play Enigmatica 2 Expert Extended Skyblock on stream at some point. And I'm looking down again. Why am I looking down? BC face, why am I looking down? Because I think Enigmatica 2 Expert Skyblock is like actually great fun. Expert Extended Skyblock. Expert Skyblock is pretty underwhelming, but the Extended Skyblock is... It's a good playthrough. And I think it's got Tileman feel to it. It's got this like very, very, very like... It's got this like very grindy feel with a lot of like doing a weird, interesting thing to get what you want. That's on my queue, I think. Also on my queue is Project Zomboid. I don't want to play the Unstable that just released, because the Unstable just released is fine, but not what I'm looking forward to. But like once they add crafting, I want to do a wilderness playthrough where like you just start with nothing and then build your way up. Because I don't actually like playing in like urban scenarios, but like I want to play in a map with nothing on it and see if I can like, except like forest and maybe like a few other like regions, and see if I can build my way up to like, maybe like an even spreading of zombies, and build my way up from there. That's the thing I want to do in Project Zomboid, and I think that could be a cool stream. I want to... Okay, this is insane, but it's a thing I want to try someday. I want to set up a camera, set up 2 cameras, one for my face, obviously, where I'm like streaming, where I'm VTubing, and the other camera of my hands, use my real hands to cook a meal while I'm VTubing. This is something I want to do someday, but I don't think I'm ever going to have the time or energy to put together. But it sounds like fun. And it is the kind of jank that the kind of janky energy I want to bring to a stream, you know? I want to bring real jank to this. If Project Zomboid is wild, I actually really like it. It's a little bit... Like, it's not quite as... It's in some ways... It's what I liked about Dwarf Fortress as a kid. I haven't played that much Dwarf Fortress since I last streamed it. But I do kind of want to... That's another thing I'm going to add. Probably Dwarf Fortress. Probably Adventure Mode, actually, is what I want to mess with. I like Fortress Mode, but I'm a little bit burned out on it. But I hear there's an Adventure Mode in the visual version now, and I kind of want to play with the Adventure Mode. Or I want to stream Masterwork again. I just like Masterwork. Like, maybe I'll play a Hermit on Masterwork. That could be fun. At some point. Not today. But, like, at some point, that could be fun. I don't know. I got stream ideas. But for now, we're playing Tileman, and we're building towards the second tree. I really do like Tileman. It's a great challenge. It's got some grind to it. It's got some flair to it. It's got some sort of slow progress to it. Also, I kind of want to play The Sims again. like, The Sims 3 or The Sims 4 and see if I can find, like, see if I can find one of those, like, From Nothing challenges. Although The Sims would be really weird because I'd have a VTube avatar. Yeah, well, I will have to do quite a bit of work to get done with Tileman. So I'll probably keep Tileman, like, even once I get a little bit bored of Tileman, I'll probably keep it in rotation, but add other things to the stream setup. Because I think for, like, I want to play Tileman until I get a little bit bored of it and then do other things while keeping up with it, just so that I don't burn myself out again. Because I, like, cannot play Dwarf Fortress right now because I played so much of it on stream. I mean, partly it's just because that's the way Dwarf Fortress works, right? It's just, like, it's, like, fun for, like, 30 hours, and then you're like, oh, that's right. I want to do other things with my life other than be obsessed with Dwarf Fortress. Like, I'm obsessed with Dwarf Fortress right now, and it is all I can think about, and then it's nothing. But that might be the ADHD we were talking about earlier. You know, that is how that works. There are a lot of, like, really successful people who, like, also have ADHD who are, like, successful streamers, and I'm gonna be honest. I love y'all, I love doing this, but I know for a fact that I'm going to burn myself out on Tileman before I finish, and I don't know how people manage not to burn themselves out all the time. This person's name is LitBrad2019, and they are talking to a user named Sailor Jerry. These are both very good names. Sailor Jerry is better, but LitBrad2019? Great for a number of reasons. If for nothing else, because it implies its user is a 5-year-old. Yeah, no, and I really like Tileman. I'm probably going to play like a couple times over the... I work in a context where I get a couple weeks off in the winter, and during those couple weeks off, I'm probably going to play like Tileman twice, and then maybe I'll mess around with some other stuff. I'll see if I can find some like one-shot stuff. Just because, like, I should avoid playing too much Tileman, because I want to keep doing this for a long time. And not do what I did to 100 days of, 100 days of, whatever the mod pack I was playing that I can't remember the name of now. Which was that I tried to do it every day, and that's too much. That's too much. Doing the same thing every day? Too much. That is a good way to lose one's ability to engage their creative outlet. I mean, also, I thought about my metrics more than once during that time, and, streamer tip, don't think about your metrics. It makes streaming much more fun. I want those air runes so bad right now. I want to cast fire, the fire spell so bad it makes me look stupid. I've got, like, everything for Fire Strike except for the air runes, and also 12 levels of magic, but shh, we're not thinking about that. Hey, I took a point of damage. This man, if I could spare this man and get another man to kill, I would let this man live for doing a point of damage to me. I am a merciful serial killer. Or something, I don't know. What I am is the person who's killed more men than I can count. We continue our progression towards get another Earth Talisman. I'd keep the Earth Talisman. You know what? It's no skin off my nose. And I probably am going to want that eventually, and for now, it's fine. Kill the man again. Ugh. Well, oh, please get back, please get back. Please don't spend that tile. Okay, cool. We almost ended up spending a tile just because, like, I got drawn off the tile by jank. Which would be a really, really painful tile to lose. Like, it would also be, like, revenge for all the times I've spent tiles I shouldn't have. But, like, I am glad I did not spend a tile that way. That would be unfortunate. We continue our progress this way. Walk here. Walk here. Walk here. What? Ah, why would you walk that way? Why would you do that? Oh, that was even stupider. Thankfully, I couldn't even do that. Okay, yeah. Tileman is now deciding that it's time to mess with me. Okay, we're going back to here, and then we're walking back without doing silly things. Cut down this tree for that 25 experience. Because I do actually kind of care about the woodcutting experience. / we need to get to level 30. It means that we're less likely to actually buy those tiles later. So really, when you think about it, it's break even. I still think that I'm going to get to that 7 damage real soon. Of course, until we get to 8 damage, it'll only be 1 time in 7 that we actually do 7 damage. But, you know, 1 time in 7 is a change in speed. Close the door, please. Thank you. Do not let the man out. Do not allow the man to escape. The man is our enemy and our friend. Or something. I don't know. What he is dead. You ever see somebody say, "I'm so new," and go, "Ah, I see. We are telling a lie." Again, I do not believe there are any new RuneScape players. Anybody who tells me they're a new RuneScape player has been playing for longer than I have. And once more, Gradefall, I have been playing since I was young enough that I was not legally allowed to play RuneScape. They're gonna ban me for having lied about my age 20 years ago. They're gonna send a hit squad to my house to arrest me for playing RuneScape when I was 10 years old. I am being dragged off by Jagix's soldiers right now. You just can't tell because I'm also a VTuber, and so you can only see one face at a time. Actually, it's very funny when there are 2 faces on my camera because VC face almost universally freaks out. It's great fun. And we are doing better, but still waiting on the man to recover. I can't believe I've wasted... I could have 2 trees by now. I could have 2 trees by now, y'all. Like, I thought it was just that I made him, that I, misunderstood, but no. I just have to click every individual tile if I want to not accidentally buy, which I cannot believe. It's fine. We just need 2 more tiles, and then we can cut down 2 trees, and then we can be 2 tree drifting. We can be double tree drifting, which will make the waiting time much less annoying, even if it won't make us have a lot of experience because of the logs. And then eventually we'll soon be able to cut down willows, and then we'll get the general store, and we're going to be so powerful and good, and we're going to have so many tiles. I'm going to be the tilist. The Tilist is my new, it's going to be the next stream title, The Tilist. Trans VTuber plays strict Tileman, bracket parenthesis, block parenthesis, F2P OSRS. Actually, the next stream's title is Onceler Mode. I know what the next stream's title is, because I'm going to have 2 trees, and so I'm going to be going Onceler Mode. But, alas, no Onceler Mode for us today, because it doesn't make a whole lot of sense for us to go Onceler Mode, because as I realized earlier, it's 1.8 tiles per hour, which is, very slow. I think it could be closer to 2 tiles an hour. Onceler mentioned. The Onceler returns. Well, this is my Onceler stream. I'm actually getting paid by whoever made wow, I can no longer remember the name of the movie. The Onceler movie. It was a movie about the Onceler, right? That's what the movie was about, the Onceler. I'm getting paid by them to comment because they're going to make a Onceler live action movie. A live action sequel that's just about the Onceler. And about his journey after the end of that movie. You can tell I've never seen this movie. Um, that's the new. Oh, wow, now I'm like looking like down. VC face. Why am I looking so far down? I haven't been reading chat actually, which is, to be clear, below my he is below my screen. Oh, it's the Lorax. God, I knew that. Yeah, no, I. To be fair, I think Dr. Seuss would just be like, "What? Huh? You made a movie out of that book? What?" I think Dr. Seuss would be baffled by modernity, as would all people who lived, I don't know, more than like 20 years ago. I think the modern creative landscape is fascinating. Says the woman who is currently streaming as a virtualized version of herself. She calls a different name from herself because it's not her, but it does look like it does look kind of like her. Yeah, no, absolutely. Polly, you're right. Modernity, like I think they also. Did you see that seven there? Did you see that seven there? I just want to point out. I just want to take a moment. Like a minute ago, we got like a 7 damage number there, and I just want to call that out. I want to call that out. I want to say that we're making progress. I want to say that we're getting somewhere here. We're getting somewhere here. We're getting seven, and by somewhere I mean 7 damage. Can we? Can we? There we go. Now we're standing in the right place. Now we're cooking with gas. 7 hit master for the account at 34 strength while we're in Lumbridge. One hitting men while we're in Lumbridge. We are the heroes of our own story. We are the man hitter, the man destroyer. I do like getting like half of a conversation. Stilia Big Who says, yeah, just another spam call. I feel like that name's a joke, and I've just said something like horribly offensive. I know, it's just nothing. It's a nothing burger. But like, I feel like I've just like said something horrible when I read that username out loud, and I do need to point that out. Ah, somebody's opening my door again. And once again, they've opened my door, and then they don't walk in. I don't know why you're like this. Les Ozo, who raised you? Were you raised in a barn? Were you raised in a barn? Stop raising the heating bills. I have to pay to heat this house. Do you know how much I pay to heat this? Do you know how many men I kill to get the coins to heat this house? Do you have any idea how many men I've murdered to get the coins to heat this house? And you're opening the door? Do you know how many men you've killed for the sole purpose of keeping this room warm? Too many. You are a mass murderer. Truly, I am at fault for none of my murders. Truly, it is society's fault that I have murdered so many men. For the money to heat this house that Les Ozo is opening up. Can you imagine? Can you imagine being such a person? The indignity of it. The indignity. I am indignant. And that man is dead in one hit. Yeah, no, it is really weird. People just like you never notice the people who just open doors in RuneScape if you're not like paying attention to it, right? But there's like somebody's just gonna walk up and open my door. Why? Good question. It is also like this is like maybe the best the best Tileman house, and you're right. There's no like this bookcase. This bookcase spam has different reasons why it doesn't matter. This bookcase will tell you both none of them look interesting and like 6 other ways of being like, why are you reading this bookcase? Why are you doing this? This is the most nothing burger a house can be. And yet, everybody walks by and opens the door. I think maybe they think it's Bob's Axis. They open it and they're like, that's not Bob's Axis. Oh, Bob's Axis is next door. Or they think it's a door to Bob's Axis, which is a place that players do go. I think the most fun I've had was the guy who kept opening the door once I started closing it, where it's like, why are we fighting over this door? Please stop trying to let my man out. The man... Don't let the man... Who let the man out? No, I don't like that bit, actually. Partly because it involves vaguely singing. And as I've said 100 times before on stream, I sound bad when I sing on stream. I mean, I sound bad anytime I sing alone, just because, like, I think I'm bad at tune. And when I'm in a room full of people, I can, like, get it, but... Gothic's Old God gives out plate skirts. Y'all, I could have had a black plate skirt. That's the most gender-affirming thing that's ever been offered to me, and I couldn't have it. That's only half true, but, you gotta do the bit, even when it's not really true. One more tile, one more tile, one more tile, y'all. One more tile, y'all. One more tile. One more tile. We need one more tile. We are so close. So close. So close. We're gonna get to go. We're gonna get to go Onceler mode on this stream. I'm gonna get to do it. I'm gonna get to do it. Since I was a little girl, it was my dream to go Onceler mode. Plate skirt. I think a plate skirt would not... I think making a plate skirt go spinny is a good way to lose a leg. Like, I'm with you on the idea, but, like, I think I would break my legs. Which maybe is the true experience of trans femininity, is having your legs broken by a black plate skirt that you decided to spin. Something deeply there about sacrifice and pain and electrolysis, but nonetheless. We add man kill to our list of man verbs. Mansplain, man slash, man kill. Now I sound like I'm like responding to misogyny violently instead of just doing an extended bit about the fact that we are Gleanor's greatest serial killer. We 802 more experience. So close. So close. We're gonna get it. 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 I am now being watched by a second cat, so I'm about to get stabbed by this cat. I love Clover very, very much. She doesn't know where her claws are, and she is going to stab me when she sits in my lap. She's about to get in my lap, and I'm going to go, ow, oh my god, that hurts, because she's going to stab me. I'm just warning you now. Just warning you now. Also, I'm saying it to make it less likely to happen, because that's how curses, that's how jinxes work, and I totally believe in them. I am not defined by my disbelief in magic. Not at all. That is a good emoji. That's a good emoji. Those cats are making a very cat face. Also, I do like watching my my VTube avatar like lean in sharply to try to. Yep, she's in my lap. Now it's time. Please purr into the microphone, Clover. Please purr into the microphone. Now you're just gonna sit right in front of it so that nobody can hear me. There's a cat between me and my microphone. Oh, we're bumping the microphone repeatedly. This is very helpful, Clover. Clover, thank you so much for your grand help with this. You can hear her little paws on the table. All right, time to get stabbed. Now you're going on the floor, baby girl. Normally I'd put you in my lap after that, but I am streaming, and you will stab me. And if I have to get a band-aid while I'm streaming, I will feel incredibly stupid. If I have to pause the stream to get a Band-Aid, I will feel like a total moron. Got some bones. 625 more experience. It's a good round number. Love multiples of 25. We could do that just by cutting down trees. We'd have to cut down the tree 13 times. Doing math on stream like you're not supposed to. Because I'm better at math than those losers. I was like 10 credits away from a math minor, and also I've done math since college a couple times. I finished Calculus 3, and I don't remember any of it. I don't remember any of multivariate calculus. Somebody talked to me about partial derivatives, and I was like, "What the fuck is a partial derivative?" I took a class on multivariate calculus, which is where he said that was from. But I don't remember any of it. I remember calculus 2. It's about sums. Remember sums? Remember area under the curve? I don't remember any of the tools to do it, but I also know the way you do areas under a curve is you get Wolfram Alpha to do it for you. You don't actually do it. Ah! Precious Vio has opened the door. Ooh, Precious Vio might try to steal my man. Oh no, Precious Vio has stolen my woman instead. Insert joke about, I'm not even telling that joke again. It was vaguely funny the first time. We buried some bones. Yeah, I mean, I don't remember how to do calculus, but, like, I know that if I saw, like, calculus 1's equation again, I would remember enough. But, like, I haven't done calculus since college, so I don't know how to do it right now. I just know that I could relearn it. I also don't remember any of geometry, but that's because I was taught by a man who would just randomly go on rants about Chinese water torture. So, you know. He wasn't actually the worst math teacher I had. That was actually Algebra 2. I'm pretty sure you involved me walking somewhere. Go away. What was I saying about, Algebra 2? That's because the Algebra 2 teacher just, like, hated you if you asked any questions. Like, bafflingly bad teacher. Like, why? If you don't like being asked questions, why be a teacher? Isn't that... I don't know. But, had some really good calculus teachers. It did take me a couple tries to get through Calculus 1, just because it's hard. But I remember what it's for, at least, which is just, like, Calculus 1's derivatives, about, like, the rate of change. Which is super useful, particularly being able to find, like, the place where the rate of change is 0. That's actually, solving for derivative equals 0 is actually super useful. Because you can find, like, maximum and minimums that way. Which is, like, I don't use that a lot, but, like, I can imagine using that if I, like, did anything in the physical world. Mostly I can just do arithmetic in my head, which makes me, simply stronger than every other streamer. I am simply smarter than all the other streamers in terms of having the ability to do basic mathematics in my head. I'm simply the best streamer there is. I can do math while I'm streaming. I don't know. It's only like a couple people who I remember being like just completely unable to do math while they were live. It was an old Minecraft YouTuber thing. And so they didn't even try. Which I get. Like, if you're like doing things and streaming is hard. Like, because you just gotta keep talking. You just gotta keep talking. And it is hard to just keep talking. But It is also, it's also okay to occasionally stop talking for a moment to do, like, basic mental math. Hey, this guy did a point of damage. This man is better than most men. 90th percentile of men. You did a point of damage. Congratulations. You are special and deserve to live, but unfortunately, all of my victims deserve to live. I am a serial killer with a mithril battle axe. This is RuneScape, where I live out such fantasies as, what if I was a serial killer constrained to certain spaces if I wanted to kill my victims, and also the Onceler. Eventually, I'm going to light things on fire to get myself more room, and then I will be a slash and burn farmer. Except I can't farm because that's for pay-to-play members, and I'm too cheap to buy a membership. Gotta slash this man again. 6 damage, not bad. Gotta not pick up the bait, because it's bait. As you do. Ooh, we did 7 damage, so we don't get to pull the man back into our range. Only time doing 7 damage is actually counterproductive to us. But, you know, such is life. Oh, the man is there. Sorry, I looked away from it to see if I could check some statistics, because I am the kind of person who does that while I am live on air. I am very good at streaming. Oh, and we have a new tile. Alright. Walk here. 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 And we did it! And because we don't have mocap money, you can't see me holding my hand up in victory. Unironically making the closed fist, the raised fist. Because apparently that's my go-to gesture for things have gone well. I love having multiple trees to cut down. And we're woodcutting 8. Sick. Life is good. We're Onceler mode. Let's go indeed. Let's go indeed. We are Onceler mode. And we can walk back and forth between these 2 trees without too much work. Alright, next up, the Willow. But first, we got a Onceler mode for a bit. Hold on, I'm locking into Onceler mode. Locking in is my favorite piece of youth slang, of sort of. Alright. Huh. Fascinating. I will not do that. I will keep that in mind, Basil. I'll get eaten by a Pizzly. I will then get eaten by a Pizzly. And truly, I will deserve it. For not knowing the international code for, how to deal with planes. Gotta chop down some more trees. Making progress. I do have just like all these logs in my inventory. I want to burn these logs so bad, y'all. I want to burn these logs so bad, y'all. I think the thing you're supposed to do if a Pizzly attacks you is, oh man, I don't remember any of it. All I remember is that the thing you're supposed to do if a polar bear attacks you is you die. But I don't remember what you're supposed to do if a grizzly bear attacks you. So I know you're supposed to like try to scare off brown bears, and I guess grizzly bears you must be supposed to like back away from without making yourself seem big. I'm actually not sure. But I think you're supposed to be able to intimidate brown bears, is what I remember hearing. So it must be you're supposed to not intimidate grizzly bears, because you're supposed to. Cause I know you can survive encounters with them. Where it's like if you see a polar bear, you're totally screwed. But anyway, I think you're supposed to offer a bribe. Yeah, I think you're supposed to handle a Pizzly. That's just hey, I have 2,000 coins in RuneScape. I'll give you 2,000 coins in RuneScape. And then they attack me for being insensitive because their tiny bear hands can't handle RuneScape. They're huge bear hands. They're tiny bear hands. As if paws are tiny. Yeah, that's what I've heard. Is that black bears are like particularly capable of being intimidated. But obviously I don't know anything about this because all I know is vague safety rules. And I've never encountered a bear before. I have been out camping and had to scare off a cougar, though. That was fun. We managed not to get any of our people eaten that day, so, you know. Thanks, Polly. That's great. That's great. Yeah. I, too, hate it when somebody tells me they can trim my armor, and then they lure me into the wilderness and there's a Pizzly. I think somebody tried to lure me into the wilderness by pretending to be my friend in RS3, which is not how any of that works. Given that mandatory combat is off in RS3. It's like the most pushy scammer. It was fascinating. If I weren't on hardcore, I would go play on a player killer server just so that I could kill players who walked in my way. But unfortunately, you know, I too tend to find that the bears I run into most often are friendly. Cougars, though, you know, mixed bag. I think being not friendly is part of the appeal, though. Almost next level woodcutting. Making some progress here. Cutting down some trees. Going monster mode. Running back and forth between two trees. Utterly screwing up our ability to find things in the world because of all the logs we've dropped. That's really my greatest joy, is making it completely impossible to see where everything is with all the logs I've dropped. Woodcutting 10! Woodcutting 10! Woodcutting 10! Yeah, you can't even walk there anymore. It's just impossible to stand there. I may have just actually sabotaged myself, which... Oops. I have committed an act of sabotage. I have I am the Monkey Wrench gang. No, I can't stand there. Okay, cool. Cool, it's all good then. We're good. We're good. We're good. And now there's only 11 logs there, so... I should drop the log somewhere where I don't intend to stand, but consider it's way funnier if I do it in a place where I do intend to stand. We are hacking and slashing and cutting and hammering and destroying. Why do people keep standing on my tiles? They're my tiles. You can't have them. You're not allowed to take my tiles from me. I am the sole owner of these tiles. I am the... I am the tile owner of tiles. Look upon my works, ye mighty, and despair. My works being... The reason you should despair is that, I can't leave those tiles because, that's how the game works. That's how the challenge works. I don't know. I had something funny to say, but I don't know what it was. My favorite thing is I don't know what a hammer plus a log does, but apparently it's only for members. I want to know what use hammer on log does. Really, really, really badly. Enough so that I'm almost tempted to boot up my members account just to learn what hammer plus log is. But, unfortunately, not today. Not today. Because this challenge, I think the free-to-play is part of the challenge here. Yeah, no, it's one of those ones where it's like, what does this do? What are we? What is this? What am I missing here? But, I don't know. Something. Yeah, let me know. Let me know. Because I'm fascinated. Oh, I exactly equipped that. I was thinking if what happens if I use the axe on the logs. But unfortunately, I just don't get to know. I just never get to know. Or at least not until I do something else to find out. Yeah, I think Dragon Slayer might be the goal. I think Dragon Slayer might be the target. Because I think Dragon Slayer is both fun and, like, vaguely believable. That does mean that I have to find, does mean that I have to do a bunch of other free quests, but I think it's eminently doable. Woodcutting 11, total skill of 150. Ah, well, I'm off my tiles. Grade fall. You see, Dragon Slayer. Dragon Slayer 1 requires 32 quest points, and it recommends Magic 33. Okay, that's doable. Does mean I need to figure out how to get 32 quest points, but I think that's doable. I'll have to do some research for that, but that's probably a couple months. That might be like a year of streaming, but if not more, I don't know. We might do some long streams over my break. Just to get some more time in. Maybe I'll figure out the 2-camera situation to do the bit about live streaming my hands while I eat food, while I cook food during the middle of those streams for me not having to stream RuneScape for more than about 3 hours at a time. Because I love this game, but streaming for more than about 3 hours of gameplay at a time drives me insane. Really, the secret is that more than 2.5 hours, 2 hours drives me insane. I just develop the insanity slower than I recover from it until about 3 hours. tree cut. Gonna drop a bunch of logs over here. Because this tile at least is easy enough to walk on. I can just pick up the logs, I guess. I hadn't thought about that, but I can always just pick up one of the logs and then drop it again. Alright. 216 more experience to the next tile. Yeah, this is still much slower than man killing. It's fine. I need 30 levels of wood cutting anyway, so it's like, even though it's slower, that's fine. But it is slower, like measurably so. It's just a fine kind of slower. Does sort of, I don't know. Oh, let's not walk onto the plant, please. Thank you. Of course, you can't walk onto the plant, but at the end of the day, you know, the desire to walk onto the plant is truly all that life is. To step on things, to destroy, and to create. I don't know. I don't actually have a bit here. I thought I had a bit, but there's no bit here. What is here is 141 more experience until I get my next tile. And also G. G is also here. Ah! No, 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 no. No, stay on the tiles. Stay on the tiles. Stay on the tiles. Ah, wood cutting 12. It is, I mean, I think it's every cat's motto. Actually, no, my Clover's motto is eat butter. Eat more butter. Eat more butter. Bite the butter. Make the stick of butter unusable to the humans because I bit the stick of butter. That's Clover's motto. But this Clover is a very strange cat. I love that cat, to be clear. But like her bit is bite butter. I did look away from him to check something and then forgot to cut down trees. Also, I gotta stop looking away to check things. Ah. And by looking away to check things, I do mean that I checked the stream's information about it. Oh, that's so sad. That's so sad, Polly. No, Clover just like steals the butter. It's just what she does with her life. She made it her goal in life to steal the butter, and I do not fully understand why, but it is what she does. Willow does not steal the butter, but she will lick oily plates. Even if I've like cooked onion in them, which, you know, not good for cats, so we have to be really careful with oniony, oily foods. No, wow, you almost 16 experience from that have been being a bad mistake instead of just like a mistake. Why do I keep falling off the stream? Okay, cool. Cool. Tile bot. According to existentialism, you do make your own purpose. I truly think that Simone de Beauvoir would agree. Eating butter is a perfectly valid purpose in life. Sartre, meanwhile, would call you, I don't know, some kind of, like, I don't know, he'd say something weird about waitresses. This is the part where I admit that I've read part of Being in Nothingness, and therefore can tell you that there's at least one section where Sartre is just weird about waitresses. Actually, no, wait. May not have even been one of the times that Sartre was weird about women. He is also, to be clear, weird about women. But, you know, to be fair, he's writing, like, shortly after World War II, so we have to cut him a little bit of slack. Not that much. He was, you know, de Beauvoir, the writer of The Second Sex, was his partner. He definitely knew to not be weird about women. And he just was. To be fair, arguably de Beauvoir was weird about women, so given the whole sleeping with her students thing. Ooh, I should do another reading ethics of ambiguity live stream. This one where I just make fun of de Beauvoir for having, like, one of my favorite texts on ethics and also being personally a terrible human being. Not a terrible human, kind of a terrible human being. I don't know. I'm an anti-carceralist. I don't believe in terrible human beings. As a prison abolitionist, I think that all people are whatever. But I also think getting caught sleeping with your student and then responding, "You wouldn't have been mad about it if I was a man," is like certainly a kind of person to be. Yeah, yeah, okay. What you got, Basil? What you got, Basil? Okay, okay. And then he calls the waitress serious. Well, I didn't mean to kill that rat, but I did, so free 8 experience. I should put chat on stream next time. Like, put y'all on the left side of the stream. Some space up there. I do love the clue hunter just, like, saying the most insane things over here. That's great. Oh, I didn't comment, but there was a moment when Clover was under my elbow there. I love that cat. Just nuzzles my elbow and then wanders off like she never did anything. Me, I wasn't looking for attention. I'm not a Clover looking for attention. But she is a Clover looking for attention. Anyway, I'm currently not looking at the screen because I'm looking at my cat who's biting my arm. Her nickname is Fang because she bites my hand all the time. Wow, somebody called somebody a loser in chat. Must be a serious day. I just watched on my own stream me looking at the cat, and that was pretty good. That was pretty good. I like that. That was fun. We might get to 50 tiles today. Probably not, but maybe. I think we will. We will. Got an hour left. We're gonna about a tile every 20 minutes or so, 15 minutes or so. We'll get to... Nope. Don't step off the tiles. We'll get to 50 tiles today. That'd be nice. And, I don't know, once I get to woodcutting 30, I'm gonna go faster in terms of, like... I'll go back to man hunting, because it's a little bit faster. It's about 6 tiles an hour instead of about 4, but I need to get to woodcutting 30 first, because I need to be able to do that to even take advantage of the willow. What's up? Cut down another tree. it is. It's probably lower in cholesterol, but it is at risk of being a. I don't know. I think it's. No, it is a saturated fat, I think, instead of an unsaturated fat. So, or an unsaturated fat instead of being a saturated. Whichever one's healthier. An unsaturated fat instead of being a saturated fat, because saturated fats are the ones that are solid at room temperature. I gotta get this microphone off this table because you can hear every time I uncork the Coke bottle, undo the Coke bottle. I think if you grow up with margarine, you like it better, and then if you don't grow up with margarine, it's broadly inedible. I don't know. I've been told there are people who can't tell the difference between margarine and butter, and I half think those people are lying because it's real obvious to me. But some of my in-laws will swear that you can't tell the difference, and I think they're crazy. Ooh, oh yeah, yeah, probably yeah. Yeah, no, absolutely. And the thing I've heard is that margarine is like fine if you grow up with it, and I think it's fine if you're not trying to not trying to have a butter substitute. Whereas the struggles with being a butter substitute. Hmm, margarine is better than it used to be. Fascinating. You can actually believe that, just because like we've done a lot of like we've gotten better at a lot of things. Like for instance, hey, y'all have certainly heard this because you seem like people who've read the news recently. But you know that it's not that Brussels sprouts. It's not just that Brussels sprouts were cooked badly when you were younger, although they probably were. It's also that it used to be that Brussels sprouts were actually worse, and they have like literally they have bred Brussels sprouts to be better. Yeah, yeah, no, butter is just better for eggs. I agree. Like I straight up think it's like I think butter for eggs is great. Um, I think although I'll admit that I just use the seed oil for most of my eggs because it's cheap. Yeah, yeah, no, the cultivar with the Brussels sprouts. I think that's super cool. Like I love the work they've done in terms of making like a vegetable more edible. Also, of course, the other reason why Brussels sprouts are better when you're an adult, I've heard said is a lot of Brussels sprout cooking methods when like back in the '90s, a lot of my inventory's full of logs. The thing I've been told is that back in the '90s, you were a lot more likely to boil things, and Brussels sprouts particularly don't do very well with boiling, and the higher heat does better. But I think I'm just plagiarizing Adam Ragusa right now, so yeah. I'm either plagiarizing Adam Ragusa or I'm plagiarizing Minute Foods, or possibly both. It is always possible that I am plagiarizing both Minute Foods and Adam Ragusa, but I've cited both of them. That's true too. It is true that adult taste buds do better with. Although I'll be honest, I liked Brussels sprouts when I was like 8. Admittedly, I was a weird kid, and I had a very different response to certain reasons why someone might have strange taste preferences. I was sensory seeking with food rather than sensory avoidant. Yeah, my mom was a pretty good cook. She never made Brussels sprouts because she didn't like them. But she did the one thing she could not cook. That woman could not and still cannot cook chicken breast. She just cooked it to death. I mean, biologist, right? So it kind of makes sense. But like, yeah, it took me a while to come around on liking coffee. That was partly because like I wasn't allowed to drink coffee till I was like 16, and I was like, I mean, to be fair, I will still drink pickle juice. It's probably not good for my teeth, but I will still drink it. I regularly I will make mixed drinks with pickle juice to this day. Also, my God, I was such a like square of a child. Yeah, I wasn't allowed to drink coffee until I was 16, and also I didn't because I was like a square. course, I was also like, you know, I don't know. I was a square of a child, and I was not a square of a young adult. Um, Transition saved me. It made me interesting. Also, it made me much less depressed, which made me much more interesting. Turns out having really bad depression will make you kind of a square. Not that I don't have depression now. It's just it's a lot more complicated and a lot more actually to do with my mental health and less to do with, you know, crushing dysphoria. Ah, well. Now I'm just a square because I'm a coward. I don't know why 48 feels like a good number, but 48 feels like 48, my current number of tiles, feels like a good number. Like, it's 4 times 12, which is an okay number. It's 6 times 8. Oh, well, yeah, I mean, it does in that it increases the love of salty things, particularly that spironolactone does that. But, and that's certainly made my relationship to pickles more so. But I've always liked pickles to some degree. But it certainly did make me like salty foods more. Of course, oh well. Guess got a good name. What was I saying about pickles and you know what you want to hear? You want to hear a weird adult food? And by adult, I don't mean like it's adult in any way. It's just a food I eat as an adult instead of being a weird kid. I sold this from my wife. I will put like a cracker or something, piece of cheddar cheese, and then a pickle. And I think that's good. And that's a good snack. I will also sometimes just like cook like capers and mushrooms and soy sauce together for really weird flavor. And then I put feta cheese on top of it. I don't know if the feta was actually good on it, though. The feta, I think... I don't know. Feta tastes kind of weird. In some ways I don't like. Woodcutting 15, we can cut down oak trees. We're never going to get to an oak tree, but we can cut them down now. Like, we are never going to be able to take advantage of that. It's the nearest oak tree is, like, forever from here. Yeah, no, I don't know. This is why I want to do cooking streams. I want to cook weird stuff on stream. Oof. Okay, do not drop the bottle while I am while it's on the table. Flour, beans, Sour Patch Kids. I should get one of those containers for yeah, I don't know. I don't know anything about the sourness. I don't know why that's increased because I can tell you like why Spyro increases oof, I'm off the tiles. Why Spyro increases the salt response because it's Spyro's a potassium basically causes you to not lose potassium. Yeah, no, that's the thing, right? Like there is an oak tree back there, but like by the time I get there, the willow tree is just better, right? Like and that's the thing, right? It's like, well, yeah, like which is kind of a shame because oak is I'm being stream sniped, y'all. I'm being stream sniped. All right, now I've responded on in the game. Kachow is a good name. That's a good name. Pow. I am being stream sniped, y'all. And of course, I don't actually think I'm being stream sniped. I'm just joking because they're sniping me. You know, like when I'm streaming. Huh. No, I believe you. They're not literally stream sniping me, to be clear. It's just a funny joke to tell. Alright. Cutting down some more trees. Not getting distracted by Facebook notification noises that you can't hear because I learned how to do some silly stuff to make it so that my notices don't play on everybody else's streams. Okay, joke was funny for a while, friend, but now I'm bored of getting snowballed. I suppose I could say that out loud instead of being passive aggressive on my stream, which is very silly. Maybe a bit mean. I'm being a bit mean. It's a funny bit, and if I weren't live, I would think it was even funnier. Wow, that person's name is sure something. That person's name is Ayo Tony. That's not sporting. That's not sporting. You can't just throw snowballs like that. You can't throw snowballs from one tile away. That's not sporting. You gotta be sporting about it. Ow, and I've walked on my tiles again. Gotta get rid of all. I feel like a really bad idea because this is in my tiles. So I'm gonna like in my walk path, so I'm very likely to wind up getting lost here. And lost's the wrong word. Get stuck here. Cutting down the tree. 5 experience way. Look at that, 5 experience. And I got a tree there, so I'm actually gonna get that 5 experience. Can I stand there? Oh, well, huh. Well, that's embarrassing, y'all. Look at that. That's so embarrassing, y'all. Y'all, I am so embarrassed by that tile. Oh, 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 that's so embarrassing. Oh, that's so embarrassing. Oh, that's game is mocking me right now. Game is just making fun of me. All right. Oh, why am I walking? Whatever. I'm walking back anyway. I'm gonna stand on cruising 1, 2, 3 tiles. I do need it. It's just a little bit like it's just I am being called out. I am being called out. Woodcutting 16. So we're about a quarter of the way to woodcutting 30 in theory, but in practice it's actually not true because the relationship isn't exactly ×2. Am I having snowballs thrown at me again? No, okay, I'm not. Good. Good, I'd have to be mad. I'd have to be upset. Or something. What's next? Oh, yes, this tile's next. Probably next stream we're gonna get woodcutting 30 done, I think. We'll see. We'll see. Which I'm excited about, getting to woodcutting 30 within the next couple streams. And I'm very excited to get to cut down the willow tree, right? Like, that's a big win if I get to do it. $49 is 7 squared, so currently have 7 squared tiles unlocked, which is a cool round number. So I think I'm probably gonna get to like there today, I suspect, but then I'm gonna log off around 9:30. Because unfortunately I do have work tomorrow. A single tear runs down my cheek, but I can't actually make the gesture because again we don't have mocap money as the bit goes. I don't know. I should do the work of doing the animation work. I have some fun. I don't know. I have the animation software. It's just a pain to work with. Well, having a couple fun animations could be neat. Also, I could just remember how to make my face do things so that I can make sad faces. For now, gotta get down more trees. That is maybe the most face a person has ever faced. Or clothing a person has ever clothed. Wow, okay. Ooh. I did make my... Oh, okay, so I made my VTuber model in one of the pieces of software for making, like, VTuber models. So there's nothing, like, on this model, there's nothing, like, none of the textures are mine. But yes, I did put together my VTuber model. Maddie is my work. Except, of course, that all the textures, like, I didn't do any of the texture work in terms of, like, coming up with, like, the art or the clothing. I just, like, used some of the presets from, what's it called? Vtuber Studio. I used Vtuber Studio to make Maddie. And Maddie is one of my favorite little creations, just because I think she's really cute, and also, it was one of the moments where I was like, I don't know. I had a lot of fun making that. I had a lot of fun working on that. And now I get to stream and have green hair. Well, Garth, I am trans, so, that's what trans has to do with it. Not super relevant to the game content, but, mostly I'm trying to, like, quick filter people for, being accepting or not by having it in the title. I have no idea what that means, and I don't know if I care. Also, don't call me Brava, please. Let's get down this tree. We need another... Oh, that gap there is so embarrassing. It's just like, well, you can see that I walked out of bounds. And Runelight is not gonna let me get away with it without calling me out. Maybe? Maybe. But I don't think they would play RuneScape well, though. Hmm. Now I want to see somebody play RuneScape while using LSD. Or like one of the hallucinogens that makes you like see patterns. That'd be fun. Just like get somebody's like deep thoughts on the world while they're playing RuneScape. That is a level 87 player. Wow. Wearing looks like no armor. Am I being talked to? No, I'm not. Good. I hate when people talk to me while I'm streaming. I'm kidding. That's why you play an MMO is people randomly throw snowballs at you. That was fun. Oh, my inventory's full again. Garth, I'd prefer you didn't, and Basil, yeah, everything in the world is tiles would be a fun even watching somebody do LSD theory about tiles would still be pretty funny, just because like it's the combination of incoherence and like through thread, I think, that makes that one funny. Also, like when you think about it, everything in the world is tiles. They're just very, very, very small and not square. We call them quarks. Or whatever the sub-quark particle, the smallest we know of now is. I don't know. I don't know what the smallest particle we know of now is, but I'm going to assert that whatever it is, it really is the bottom, and there's nothing below it. There's nothing smaller than that. We have found the smallest subatomic particle. Mm-hmm. Oh, I don't want to delete all its messages. Ah. Yeah, I mean, a buttload of mashed potatoes would be really good. Um, a, I've recently put a bunch of potatoes in the oven, but I guess I sliced them, so I don't know. Once you've diced them, I think it really is mashed potato time. Like, also, how did you get through 15 potatoes without deciding what you were going to do with them? I get through like two when I've had too many. Also, what was I saying about potatoes? I don't know. I was gonna say something about grating them. I'm just thinking about making latkes again. Oh, no oven. Wow. Yeah. Okay. I think mashed potatoes it is. Like once you get to dicing them, particularly if you've peeled them, that's mashed potato territory, friend. Yeah. No, that'll happen. That'll happen. I would definitely mash those potatoes. I think you've got it right. Or maybe I don't know what else do you do with the potato on a stove, right? Like, I suppose you could like blanch them and then like, well, you can mash them anyway, right? Like, I suppose the other thing you could do is you could try to like get some oil ripping hot and then like fry them up. It's your other option. The answer to that question is no, unless you're making some very fancy mashed potatoes. Mashed potatoes are actually pretty simple. They're just basically just you cut up a potato to any size, and then you just you cook them a little ways, and you crush them, and you add butter or whatever to them, and that's how you make mashed potatoes. It's really simple. Home fries are good. What else can you do with potatoes on a stove? The other thing you could do if you want to use potato and you don't, you could also the other thing you could do to potatoes on a stove, I suppose, and I forgot about this, but it is almost that time of year anyway. Is you could take a if you've got a cheese grater, you can grate potatoes. That's I do want mashed potatoes and ramekins. And what you can do is you can add some kind of binder to them, and and this is not a thing you're supposed to do, but I do it anyway. Add some kind of leavening agent, particularly baking soda, I think, whichever one is the one that baking powder, the one that is heat activated. Add some baking powder, add a little more liquid, drain off most of the liquid from the potatoes. So choose a cheesecloth or a towel. Squeeze the the grated potatoes. Add some kind of binder, particularly flour and eggs, I recommend. You can make it gluten-free by adding any kind of flour. It doesn't have to be wheat flour, but wheat flour is the one I'm most used to, and I think the gluten helps a little bit in terms of, well, it's just a stickiness thing, right? Because the potatoes don't want to stick together. Add an egg. Mix it together with a little bit of baking powder. Heat some oil super hot, and then fry those potato pancakes, and that's a latke. Add a little bit of onion if you want. Add either sour cream or applesauce or both to taste. No matter what you do, you're going to upset somebody. Or ketchup, if you want to upset everybody. It's potatoes, though. Why would I not put ketchup on it? I know it's sacrilegious, but still, why can't I put ketchup on my lot? Because it's fucking fried potatoes. Once you've already diced them, I would, if I were gonna make latkes and I were trying to cut out the bad parts of potato, I would, well, latkes are super good. I would probably not start by dicing. I'd probably start by like, I don't know, like cubing, like bigger pieces. Just because the smaller your pieces are, the more binder you're gonna need to add to keep them together. Of course, actually, the real thing we should learn is that the right thing to put on fries is sour cream. Because sour cream is the right thing to put on latkes. Applesauce is simply the wrong answer. I understand that it is a popular answer, and it is good with sour cream, but sour cream's better. I have strong opinions about this. I just pretend to have bad opinions instead. I need to buy. It's almost. I need to make sure I have sour cream in the house. Oof. Yeah, no, I mean, I think sour cream and applesauce together are pretty good on latkes, but sour cream is, I think, I don't know. If I had to have one, I'd choose sour cream. Oh, that's fun. I like that. I like that, Basil. That's good. And what's the thing about dipping in milkshakes? Yeah, dipping in milkshakes are good. For fries, but it does require you have a milkshake, and that much dairy will make me feel sick. So I can't do that very often. Oh, now I kind of want to dip a lot in a milkshake. Like, would that be good? Probably not, but I want to try it. Gotta home make that milkshake though. Well, if the latkes homemade anyway. But yeah, no, now I want latkes. I've been making a lot of latkes in like a week, so. I also need to buy more potatoes, because I used the last of my potatoes today. Making what are effectively home fries. I sliced them and then ovened them. Home chips, I guess? Because we needed to use the potatoes, because I, too, had rotting potatoes. Because it turns out that having an oven does not make you immune to having the potatoes rot in your fridge. Is the thing. What was this thing about potatoes and latkes and... I also should make sure I have enough, like... I know, you're supposed to keep them in, like, a cool dark area that's not a fridge. You're supposed to keep them in, like a... like a cabinet or something. But I just... like, I can never remember. There we go, now it's no longer... Now I no longer have that obscenity there. Yo, y'all seeing this chat? Y'all's chat, you seeing this? The like discussion? It's happening in the zero? M0? Y'all seeing this? Weird. Oh, now they're just gone. It does look a lot better. Yeah, no, I have no idea what's going on in the game chat, but people are like zero. Every time I say chat there, it sounds like I'm talking to y'all, and one of those times I was, but most of the times I'm just like trying to refer to the in-game chat feature. Yeah, deal going to. Because actually, they're actually planning a coup. We're gonna learn tomorrow that the U.S. military sent 3 soldiers to Venezuela to get arrested again. I look, I am of a certain age. My streams have to be about cooking. Video game streams are hard to break into when you're over the age of like 16. So I gotta back it up with a lot of talking about making latkes, and also watching the CIA do coups in RuneScape chat. CIA is out here, planning to get 3 soldiers arrested in Venezuela again. I actually thought it was a private group that tried to overthrow the government of Venezuela. But what isn't, I don't know, I'm also, my tiles are getting progressively more full right now. And I've got snowballs. Kachow is throwing snowballs at me again. It's the same person, too. I'm getting just... Aww. Sorry about no more latkes. That's rough. Speaking of groups that tried to overthrow a government, indeed. Oh, interesting. If you step into the tile, somebody's in it, they're throwing things at you, they'll actually... Kachow is just the snowball thrower. Gotta play along a little bit. Oh, now I'm being followed. Hmm. I'm being followed the whole time. That's why the step away was happening. Uh, we got another 20 more, 30 more trees, and then we get that tile. Oh, well, we're off our tiles again. Great fall. 1, 2, 3. And we're about 4 tiles away from the willow, and we are definitely more than 4,000 experience away. Oh, there's new information from the woodcutting tutor at level 19. Eh? Eh? Eyebrows rising slowly off my face. They rise into the atmosphere. They rise past the atmosphere. They are found on the moon. Proof of woman on the moon. My eyebrows. With crystallized estradiol on them, because that's totally how estrogen works. You can totally find it in somebody's hair. Like cocaine. I assume that's not true. I assume it's just a popular myth. But, like, I don't know. Or it's, like, well, we're not a popular myth so much as, like, the kind of lie that's, like, a little bit true and, like, 80% just, like, CSI bullshit. Like, like, like ballistics research. Well, so the thing is, if you're level 19, you have the ability to use a hammer on a log to cause something to happen. Anyway, I don't know. I just wanted to click hammer with log again, and I got no idea. I mean, the woodcutting tutor I know gives you axes in theory, although again, it's not really in my path. He's either range. I want this ranged combat tutor. So hey, mysterious old man, do you give me something useful? Oh, I'm an idiot. I sent the mysterious old man. Thank you, thank you. Please tell me what happens. Please tell me what I'm missing. I got an uncut emerald. That's neat. I do like that OSRS tells you the weight of things. Can't believe I sent the old man off earlier. Could have had another uncut emerald. That's like 40 experience at some point. Not now, of course, but at some point. When I have crafting what? Oh, I can't even check because this isn't RS3. I do miss the tool belt. I miss the tool belt. Like, I know I can't keep it if I'm playing this thing, and it would actually ruin the whole challenge, but consider, I miss the tool belt. I miss tool belt. Tool belt is my friend. Although it does discourage me from doing weird shit, like checking to see if I can... Oh... Birdhouses, huh? Right. Interesting. Interesting. Do you know what a birdhouse is for? Because I actually don't know. I assume it's some quest or something. My members' knowledge is limited. Because I've only played RS3 members in like 20 years, 10 years, 15 years, probably 15 years. I was probably still a child the last time I played RuneScape seriously. That's really unnerving. That bunny is really fucking unnerving. Oh well, I just... Ah, my tree! My tree! My tree! My tree! My tree! He stole my tree! Y'all see... Chat, did you see that? Oh! Okay, that makes sense. That is a very fascinating. It is a very fascinating birdhouse. One that's actually a trap for birds. Certainly not a birdhouse I would buy. But then I'm like not quite a vegetarian, and then I'll eat meat outside of my own home. Well, and inside my own home under certain extreme circumstances. But like they are pretty extreme circumstances comparatively. By which I mean I've decided that I'm eating meat that day. Those are the extreme circumstances. This is not a deep held ethical stance. I just think it's probably better to not eat meat, but also I'm not willing to do the work of actually implementing that belief in the world, you know? Basically, I'm the world's greatest coward. I believe in a thing but refuse to live by it. And it's not that I'm. It's not that I think that eating meat is universally unhealthy, unethical. I think that, for instance, hunting done ethically is probably no more ethically difficult than, you know, the way animals die in nature normally. But yeah, no, I mean, but I do think that, like, I don't know. I'm certainly morally opposed to factory farming. I just refused to do the actual. Well, no, I. There are reasons why I eat meat outside of my home, and they have a lot to do with what's possible in terms of my my dietary, like my ability to cook for myself, versus what's like available in public places that actually has anything worth. Huh? A fun chat. I like this chat. No, yeah, we don't keep meat in the house to just like not eat nearly as much meat. Well, my cats certainly eat meat too. We do keep meat in the house, I guess, for the cats. Um, because cats, I do appreciate you shaming the cats, though. Truly, the cats notice. The cats notice being shamed. Ow, that hurt. Okay. Trying to make my avatar respond trying to make my avatar tilt her head more. Trying to make Maddie, that's the name of the avatar, tilt her head more strongly. Pulled my neck. Just 30-year-old problems. Oh, my cats have left me for now. Oh no, Clover's asleep on the couch behind me. I really wish I had like a cat model so that I could, or like I really wish I could show you the cat picture right now, just because like right now she's incredibly cute on the couch. She's like loafed right now, eyes closed. Like she looks like she's an awake cat, but she is an asleep cat. In terms of like she's like loafed and like looks just like a normally comfortable cat, but it's actually, in fact, if you look at her, eyes closed, asleep. Ah, God, I love that cat. I also wish I could show you. I mean, you can kind of see it on the profile picture, but she's got these mismatched socks and this like half mask of white, and I just love that cat. She probably gets less pets from me than her sister because her sister is more insistent. But like, she's got such cool patterning. I should pet them when I get off stream. And I will do so for like 5 minutes and then I'll go to bed. Because I have to work tomorrow. Hold on. Oh well, that does something, but it's not what I want it to. Hey, it doesn't matter. I was trying to see if I could make my avatar make faces, but I can't figure out how to do it. Have to do it tomorrow. Or figure that out next stream. Yeah, no, I love faces. I love the mismatched socks. It's just my favorite. My favorite little cat patterning detail is like socks. So cute. So cat. Wood cutting is now 20. Very good. We got woodcutting 20. We're very close to woodcutting 30 then. Just 10 more levels, which is just another, like, probably about 6,000 experience, 7,000, 8,000 experience. Now we're like 6 or 7K. Which means we're going to get to the willow well before we get to the ability to actually cut it down. Once we get to the willow, once we get to... No, we're gonna keep woodcutting until... And we're going to start working this way. Both for that tinderbox and also for the ranged shooter, because I want the bow. I want the bow so bad, y'all. I want that bow. It's a good username, TCMR Hitman. Is that username? Is that user? They had to drop the last vowel, I think, for length reasons, but possibly because somebody already had the Silver King, and so they had to be the Silver King. This person's name is Precious Vio. That's pretty good. 90 Magical 268 is, and Danger Seek 55 are certainly usernames. Interesting. What's the armor on the Iron Man tutor? Well, I'll figure that out when I have free tiles, which is never. I need to get to that bank eventually. No, I'll probably actually get the bank in Varrock, to be honest, because like there's a bunch of shit in Varrock I want to find. Like Varrock is like one of my big targets because like it's both you can boat not that far from Varrock, like a ways. Like it'll be a long time, but also like I believe, if I remember correctly. Hold on, I need to check something. You do not have copper in you. Oh, but I can get copper from killing men, so I may actually want to collect copper. Oh, that's embarrassing. Or I can work my way over. Okay, yeah, that's not like that is I think the spot is there. See, it's not that far to Varrock, which is one of the places I'm going, is Varrock. Also, we got about 5 minutes of stream left, and then I'm gonna dip. It's great. I had a great time, y'all. I'll probably be back sometime early next week. Originally, I was planning on streaming on Saturday, but we have a party Saturday, so that's not happening. Probably like Monday of next week, you'll have me, or something like that. We'll see. But I'm gonna get these last two trees cut before then because I want that. I mean, I'll probably get more than 2 trees cut. Thanks. I had a good time with it. Had a great time, y'all. It was really nice. I'll try to like put out a message on the channel to like say what time I'm streaming at again. I don't know if anybody saw that, but I don't know. Community posts don't seem to actually work for that. Which is one thing I wish I had from Twitch was like Twitch's like I like YouTube's discoverability, but like I miss Twitch's you know, when you like put a calendar up. That would be nice. Oh well. Yeah. Conversation in Spanish that I'm sure I'm is fascinating. But unfortunately, I know 1.5 languages, and the half language I know is just enough ASL to apologize. And nobody writes in it. Well, I've seen people try to build ASL writing systems. They're fascinating. I don't know how well I don't know how workable they are because I don't. Huh? Yeah, I might try that. I used community posts earlier, but I don't think it like posted. Like today, I posted like I'll be on about 9:30, but I don't think not that I don't think it posted, but I don't think it like went that far in terms of people seeing it. And by 9:30, I mean I said 6:30. It is now 9:30, and my brain is officially goop. At this point, I'm just streaming to like say goodbye, and also to get just far enough in that I get that sweet 3-hour mark on the video. We're just padding the video at this point. Padding the VOD. 1, 2. Yeah, we're definitely gonna get that Willow next time, but I don't know if we're gonna be able to actually cut it down just because like. Well, I know one of those words. I said Discord. Clearly they're howling at the moon. Sleeping in the middle of a summer afternoon. I've never actually watched My Little Pony. I just know that song because it's from a Nightcore. Oh, fascinating. Actually, that sounds really interesting. Yeah, no, Story Wood Connect's not like I might be able to, and that'd be cool. Like getting that true would be a big deal. Because again, once you get that one, you get like about, I mean, you get about like 67 woodcutting per log. Plus, I mean, you get logs a little bit less, but that's fine, right? Like, plus you get multiple logs per tree, and that's the huge part. Basil's got me. Someone else's. I actually don't know the next line. Yeah, you should go listen. I should listen to it too, so I can actually remember what the line about strings is. I'm gonna listen to the Nightcore version though, because the Nightcore version is just empirically better. I think this person is burning the logs I've dropped, which good for them. Oh, hold on. Actually, oh my gosh, y'all. This is the most hacked thing I've ever done. Are y'all seeing this? Are y'all seeing this? Because somebody else lit it, and nobody building the Iron Man mode ever thought you can't use somebody else's fire. I don't know if there's a particularly better one. I don't remember which version is particularly the best. Ah, can't believe, can't believe, can't believe how lucky I am. Like this is not like unlike in RS3. This is not nearly as good experience as it would be to use my own. I assume that it's the one you're most familiar with, the Living Tombstone remix, just because it's the one that YouTube recommended me. So, and with that particular moment of brilliance aside, where we got the chance to take advantage of somebody else's fire, and I'm actually gonna yeah okay. I think that's gonna be where we end it tonight. I think it almost certainly was the Living Tombstone remix. Open source fire indeed. I will see y'all probably Monday, but we'll see.